Welcome to Founders Club, the show for real estate entrepreneurs.
The biggest transformation, mental transformation I'd ever had was in 2011 and 12. And I took that energy from that morning of not wanting to do the work. And I said, okay, the advice that people have been telling me up to this point, not saying it's wrong, but it hasn't worked for me. And that advice was this. It was find what people tell you you're good at. Find what makes you good money. People are willing to pay you a lot of money for that thing. And they tell you you're very good at it. They're saying like, that's your unique ability. You should do more of that. And I did a lot of it. I was good at creating campaigns. I was good at doing a lot of different things like that. But it sucked the energy out of me, man. And so I said, well, what if I flip it around and rather than focusing on efficiency, rather than focusing on the next productivity hack, rather than trying to be more productive, what if I just focused on energy, right? What if I just said, could I do work and build a business that actually gave me more energy than it took away from me? And what types of activities would give me more energy than they took away? And I created something called the energy audit that I still use today. I use it every single quarter. It's completely changed the way that I do business and do life. And I teach it to my team members. And
you called that the energy audit?
An energy audit, man, like changed my life. And I'll tell people what it is, and I'll give you guys the worksheet. No opt-in required, nothing. Like I just want people to use it.
Awesome. Let's break it down.
Cool. So carrot.com/energy. Just go grab the worksheet. No opt-in, like I said, no strings attached. I just want you guys to get it. Grab a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. And when you need to do the energy audit is this, when you get to the end of a week or too many weeks in a row, too many days in a row where you're like, I feel like I've done a lot of things, but I don't feel like I've accomplished a lot, or I don't feel like I've moved the needle, or I feel like I'm busy every day, but I get to the end of the day and I go home to my wife and kids and my energy's gone. Like I'm leaving all my best energy in the job, and just my the crumbles are left over for my family. It's when you think, man, maybe I should just go get a job because this entrepreneur thing, it's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be over the long term. There's things that are, but in general, I just feel like my energy is being sucked, and maybe a W-2 would be better. And if you start to feel those things more often, you need to do the energy audit. So line down the middle of the paper. On the left side of the paper, drains energy. And then I want you to go through today and write all the things in a given week that on an average week that drain your energy. Okay. It could be things at home. It could be work items. It could be whatever, but these are things on an average week right now. What are the things that just drain your energy? And put everything that drains your energy there, even and especially the things that make you the most money. Okay. Now on the other side of that piece of paper, write gives energy on the other side of that line, and write all the things in your life, business, at home, everything that gives you energy, especially the things you're not currently doing or doing enough of. Okay. So it could be working out. It could be, I love strategy, but I hate execution. Right. But my whole job before, 80% of my job was execution. And I'm sitting there going, man, I would love to just get in front of a whiteboard and blow the whiteboard up and then leave. Like if I could just do that all day, it'd be awesome. Or I love doing these kinds of things, but I didn't have that built into my business. So I didn't think I could do it. And all the things that made me money, or like the 80-20, were the things I was doing that drained my energy. And I'm looking at it going, the advice I've been given is focus on the stuff that makes you money and people say you're great at. And that's what I've been doing. And it's driving me into the ground. And how the heck do I eliminate these things from my life or from my work that actually make me a lot of money? And so I did. So here's what you need to do next. At the bottom of the energy audit, I want you to give a ratio, because what's not measured can't be moved, right? So what percentage of your average week, of your average week is in energy draining things? And then on the other side, what percentage of your average week is in energy giving? For me at the time, Oliver, it was like literally 80% energy draining. I was making good money, but I was miserable. And on the other side was 20% energy giving. And this is my thought. I said, okay, if I could just do this quarterly, and if I could move, let's say from 80% to 70% in the next couple of quarters, and then if I could maybe over the next 2 to 3 years, move it from 80% energy draining to 80% energy giving, imagine how amazing business would be. And maybe I would even make more money possibly, and I could reach that entrepreneurial dream that I set out for. And so I did that. And every quarter you take that out, circle the 1 or 2 things in the energy drain column that are draining your energy the most, even and especially if they make you a lot of money. And then write down how many hours per week you're spending on those 1 or 2 things. And then go to the energy give side and say, if I were to get rid of that 14 hours from these 2 things every week, what would I now add back to my life energy wise? Well, I'm going to work out now. Or, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to make money on it, but I'm going to make a podcast. and it gives me energy. And I don't care if it makes me money because I'm getting rid of these things off my lap. Someone else is going to do these, and I'm getting energy, which I think I'll be able to put more out to the world, and it'll come back. And so I did that, man. And today it's, around the 80-20 now, 80% energy giving, 20% energy taking. So follow the energy audit, y'all. Chase energy, not productivity, is your main thing. And I think you can change the game for you.
I love this. I really like this. I think as an entrepreneur, I think energy, and I can totally relate to what you said at the beginning of just like going through a day and being busy all day, and at the end of the day being like, I have no idea what I just did all day.
Oh yeah, we all can.
And so let's dive a little deeper onto each side of the quadrant. So
Yep.
give me some examples of things that would be on like the energy draining side,
Cool.
and then we'll break down the other side.
Dude, so I'll do it right now. So that's the thing. It's a continual adjustment and continual battle, because in your business and life, you'll think you're at a great spot, and then you start to adopt these things back in that drain your energy. So that's why I do it every quarter now. So today, I took the one going into Q1. I'm getting ready to take the one going into Q2. Things that drain the energy for me right now. I'm actually leading the marketing team right now. We're looking for a new leader, and we're looking for and I'm still CEO. So Oliver, going through and doing any process related around hiring drains my energy, but I absolutely love hopping on those calls with the candidates, right? Like the right candidate. I love that. And so when I came into the first quarter, I was failing at that hire, and is because all those steps were on my lap. As I pulled away with my team and I said, okay, this is draining my energy, and I'm actually not even spending a lot of time on it now when I should, because I hate it so much. And so they came in and said, well, I love this part of it. And now I'm able to engage just in what gives me energy in the hiring process. Another example is, like I said, for me, I love strategy. Okay. Like, so I'll go to the whiteboard. I love sitting down and having these convos. I would love talking with the person across the street who's got the picture framing studio, and like just brainstorm ideas and how they build their business. But then I want to leave. Like, I don't want to execute it for them. And so that's a good example. Another thing, dude, is energy giving. Working out and like actually drinking crap tons of water gives me lots of energy. So that's a hard one, right? Because we all know we're supposed to do it, but when I came into this year, energy audit, I'm like, dude, working out gives me energy, but I was in a 2 to 3 day a week thing, and it wasn't working out enough to where I was growing anymore. Because if you're only working out 3 days a week, that means you're not working out 4 days a week. It means you're actually staying stagnant or going backwards. And in December, I'm like, all right, I'm going to shift that. And so I've worked out every day, even 2 times a day, every single day since December 1st. And I drink a gallon of water. Dude, energy's through the roof all day. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, there's that. Now, what do I eliminate? Energy draining. I eliminated Instagram. So my goal there was looking at the darn the cell phone weekly, screen time thing. So cool, I'm going to take this down from 10 hours or whatever to 3 hours, and let's keep on tracking it. Managing my calendar.
And that's a really good one, man. That's a really good one. And it's such a slap in the face when you look at it. Sometimes you're like, man, did I really waste that much time? And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, on your phone, there's it's an app. It's built in that basically tracks how long you're on each social media site, and you can look at it. And if the numbers are too high, you can take corrective measures like Trevor did. And
Dude,
it sounds like you don't regret that at all.
No, not at all. Am I perfect? 100% no, dude. Like, I'll have a day where I go, shoot, how did that happen? Then it's kind of a checkpoint. But one of the biggest things, this was in 2016. This is where energy audit, literally saved my life. Was 2016. Carrot had started 2 years prior. Then I'll circle back and kind of say what the heck Carrot is. But 2014 is when Carrot started. 2016, I had my head down for 18 months or so starting this company, helping at that time real estate investors generate more off-market leads, off-market seller leads, dominating Google, and helping them attract this evergreen flow of the most motivated leads. That's what we do. And the way that we do it is the exact same way that we teach our clients to do it. It's you get a good quality website online that is fast and is structured in a way to convert really well. And then you put the right content on that website, and you continue to put good, robust content out there that attracts people. And then you amplify it with paid marketing. That's literally the way we market at Carrot, and it's the way that our clients market. And so I was the guy who wrote all the articles. I would sit there and I'd write 2 a week, and they were long articles to get ranked in Google and attract our clients to buy Carrot. And it was pretty routine for me, Oliver, to be up until 1, 2, 3 in the morning, at least 3 to 4 nights a week during that phase. It was kind of the grind phase, and just like if you picture gears grinding, they can only grind for so long, before the thing breaks. It's not going to take too long. 2016, I didn't realize I was close to breaking, but I was kind of justifying it, thinking, well, it's okay if I'm doing this because it's for the family, right? I'm doing this for a better life for the family, and I can put up with me not getting much sleep as long as it doesn't impact my family. And I remember one day I was doing a bender, getting one of those articles done, because that's what drove business, and I was good at it, got paid well to do it, right? Going back to the original story. But it drained my energy, and I didn't realize it until this time. We were going to my parents' house. They live a few hours away over the mountains. Middle of the day, it was up until 3 in the morning the night before, cranking on an article, getting business done. And 1 second I was awake. We're up in the mountains, swerving road with the guardrail up there. And 1 second I was awake, and the next second I wasn't. 3 kids in the back, my wife up front, she was reading. Like I said, 2, 3 in the afternoon. And just like in the movies, and you think there's no way that would actually happen. I woke up in just the right time to see the guardrail. There's a ravine, a curve, guardrail, no guardrail here and there. And I woke up in just the right amount of time to swerve. Our Yukon XL hit the guardrail, put a big old dent in that. I stopped dead cold in the highway. And my wife said, "What happened?" I said, "I fell asleep." And I didn't drive a family trip for 6 months after that. But the big change that happened, Oliver, was this. I got back home and I said, energy audit, let's pull this thing back out. And why is it that I'm grinding myself into a pulp? And what things do I need to get off my lap? And at that moment, I did it. I'm like, man, writing articles, that's what drives our business. I have to do that. And then I said, well, what if I don't? And what would I love to add? And I love podcasts. How am I going to make money doing podcasts? I have no clue, but I love it. Let me just chase energy. And so I started the podcast, Carrot Cast, summer of 2016, just to get energy. Like, that was it. I'm like, I don't care if we get business. I just want to do it for energy. And then I found the best writer that I could possibly find to hire to do all my writing for me. That guy ended up, after working for me, became the editor-in-chief of the Shopify Plus blog. So he jumped from me to Shopify as editor.
Wow.
Man, I wish I had him back. And I didn't write another blog post since. And so I shifted all of my content over to video. And now I take my video and turn it into written articles, which we can talk about how agents can do the same thing. But that energy audit saved my life big time.
If you're new to the channel, my name is Oliver, and I'm a 3-time Inc. 500 real estate entrepreneur. I'm a co-founder of a brokerage with over 1,000 agents doing $4 billion in sales, and I'm an active real estate investor. But most importantly, I'm passionate about helping you grow your real estate business. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go.